There are 3 different divisions in the Emergency Services Department in Johnston County: Emergency Management, Fire Marshal, and Emergency Medical Services. To help you get to know our department, we are highlighting each division and showing how they help us succeed at our mission. Our Emergency Management Division has 4 primary responsibilities: prepare for, respond to, mitigate, and recover from disasters and emergencies, with the primary goal of reducing the harmful impacts of all hazards in Johnston County. Here are some of our Emergency Management Division employees who will tell you more about how we serve the residents in our community.
Emergency management in Johnston County has a great history and is well known throughout the state of North Carolina.
We're tasked with 4 phases of emergency management, and that is mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery.
Take her up nice and slow.
Just recently, our drone team went out and worked with soil and water to identify hot spots in the county that may contribute to the flooding that we've historically had here.
And we were able to take our drones out to these different hotspots that we wanted to look at from the sky without having to rely on another program or a map somewhere. So there will be less flooding as a result of that project.
Yeah, it's behind that house.
Recently we had a situation where there was a fire, and through our emergency management team running the drones, we were able to direct to the fire trucks where they should be pointing their water, and we put the fire out way faster than we would have been able to if it wasn't for us having a drone in the air looking at it.
One of the main things that our emergency management division helps with is our social media presence. And again, we think it's very important that we build those relationships in the county with the residents. We want them to depend on us for the emergency notifications and to depend on our social media for the important messages to keep them safe and help them make good decisions for their families.
And then we have Marshal.
1, 2, 3, Marshal!
Marshall's our emergency preparedness squirrel, and he goes out, his name is actually an acronym, and it means making everyone ready and alert to learn about emergency preparedness.
Merle's always trying to be prepared. He's getting his acorns, he's getting ready for whenever the bad weather comes. Really what Merle tries to do with kids is kind of be like, hey, be prepared too. We've really pressed more into video and photography being a part of what we do.
We try to reach all demographics. We have calendars that we send out to our adult population with preparedness information and reminders. We have coloring books and resources for children.
We're blessed in Johnston County to have people to spread a message that is personal to Johnston County.
And how did you get here?
I walked in the rain.
Response is what happens in the event of emergency.
We are here at North Johnston Middle School conducting a shelter operations exercise. We open shelters for different reasons, primarily for natural disasters. And so anytime there's a threat from a hurricane, we will pre-plan and get everybody together to open a shelter.
When we have emergencies that happen in Johnston County that displace residents, one of the most critical operations we have is opening a shelter. And this requires people to come together from all different county departments, requires a lot of coordination within the county. And we wanted everyone to come together and have an opportunity to go through the training, to get on the same page, because when that emergency happens, opening a shelter is going to be something that is it's very important for us to do, and it's very important for those residents who need to seek shelter.
The recovery phase, we had to do a lot here with grants to see people that's been severely impacted in an emergency or a disaster, and how we can use those resources that are provided to help them.
When I first started with emergency management, I had to go take some pictures of a woman whose house was destroyed in Hurricane Matthew.
Barbara Fletcher has reason to smile.
I can't believe this is my house. It's beautiful, isn't it?
And they had restored her home and helped her, and it was just awesome to be able to meet this woman, develop a relationship with her through all the people in our department, and to just really be a community and be emergency services, helping to give somebody back something that Hurricane Matthew took from them.
Fletcher's new home even came fully furnished thanks to local donations.
To be able to see her in this home and see her whole again is just, it's very satisfying.
I'll be living like a queen.
In a home she now owns, free and clear.
So the recovery phase of emergency management is long lasting, and it takes a lot of time from our emergency management professionals.
It's really cool because even though I might not be directly working on a scene with people, or I might not be on the forefront, I'm getting to be behind the scenes helping to spread our message out.
The need, for emergency management professionals has increased. So we've been able to meet that demand. Here we have some very educated, well-trained professionals that work within emergency management.
I think for emergency management, it's just so broad. We're that piece kind of behind the scene a lot of times. When you see people on their very worst days and you're able to keep pursuing opportunities for them and see them come back somewhat whole, that's a great feeling that you've helped support them through a very difficult time.